Alright, so Nigerians, if you haven't paid attention to any video I've made about this Ahmed Tajuddin matter, please pay attention to this particular video. This particular one is scary.
Greetings, my people. No be small thing dey happen for Nigeria. Make una see how this man take buy these two people. No be small thing dey happen. If una hear the story behind this matter, una go shock. Make una watch this video. Make una see how very dark man take come outside, come explain everything. My people, make una dey very careful for where una dey. As I dey watch the video, make una dey drop an opinion on the comment section.
Alright, so Nigerians, if you haven't paid attention to any video I've made about this Ahmed Tajuddin matter, please pay attention to this particular video. This particular one is scary, right? The more I go deeper into this case, the more scarier it gets. And the reason why I want you to pay attention is because anybody can be a victim of this. Anybody can be a victim. So that tomorrow you can ask questions, you can double check. This part of this evidence is just crazy, right? First things first, the narrative out there is that when Sheriff Salami was unalive and Prince Ademola was unalive, it is said that Ahmed ran away, that Ahmed was on the run. That was why they put Ahmed on wanted, right? Ahmed was on the run. That was why he was declared wanted. And then eventually Ahmed was arrested, right? So therefore, Ahmed committed murder and then he ran away. Now, while they were doing investigation, Panti now wrote to immigration, right? And this is the letter that was written. Bro, fear this country. As you can see, request for a travel history between 1st April 2023 to 1st September 2024. Ahmed Tajuddin Akambi M. Then they put the passport number. So I read the letter. Grateful, be informed that this office is investigating alleged criminal case involving the above named person. In the course of this investigation, the suspect asserted that he traveled out of Nigeria through Murtala Mohammed Airport, Ikeja, during the period mentioned above. 2. Consequently, the Comptroller General is humbly requested. Consequently, the Comptroller General is humbly requested to direct the concerned command to avail us with the travel history of the suspect in order to enhance our investigation. Photocopy of the referred Nigerian international passport is hereby enclosed for ease of reference. 3. While thanking the Comptroller General in anticipation of this kind gesture, do accept the assurance of high compliance of this office, please, right? So they requested that we want to know where Ahmed was during this period. Ahmed is saying he's not in Nigeria when the whole thing happened. Now, why they need to know is this. If Ahmed is not in Nigeria when this whole thing happened, it means that Ahmed is not culpable. You cannot hold Ahmed for murder. The only thing you can start investigating is conspiracy. You can no longer charge him for murder because he's not around, so it's conspiracy, right? So that is the reason for this, to know the charges, right? Immigration now responded on the 6th of May. This first letter is dated 4th May. So 2 days later, immigration responded. Immigration said, the request for travel history, I am directed to refer to your letter reference. They put the reference date 4th in the above regarding your request for the travel information of one Ahmed Tajuddin Akambi in the aid of investigation. So now this is the travel record. It states here that throughout that period, when the first incident happened, Ahmed wasn't around, right? And when the second incident happened, Ahmed wasn't around, as you can see. So in the 2 murder cases, the unaliving of Sheriff Salami and Prince Ademola, Ahmed was not in the country. He traveled outside Nigeria. So therefore, you can't charge him with murder. Then the Nigerian police, after this, they put it together and they sent it to DPP for advice. You know that because this one a murder case, you need the advice of DPP to put together the charges. Wait, now what is DPP, right? Department of Public Prosecution. I will show you their roles. DPP means Director of Public Prosecution. In Nigeria, the DPP is a senior government legal officer responsible for advising on and conducting criminal prosecution on behalf of the state. So DPP is very strong. Main role of DPP: review police cases, examine the evidence gathered during investigation. So as they are investigating Ahmed, all the evidence they say they have against Ahmed, they'll give it to DPP for DPP to examine whether these evidence are good or not. Number two, they will give legal advice, advises investigator on whether the evidence supports criminal charges and what charges may be appropriate. So if they look at the evidence and they say, with this evidence, I don't think you can charge this person for criminality. Yeah, let's give this person so charges. Number three, decide whether to prosecute. Right? Determine whether there is a sufficient evidence to institute or continue a prosecution, subject to the applicable law and the prosecutorial authority. Number four, conduct prosecution. DPP lawyer represent the government in criminal cases, particularly serious offenses. Review charges. Can recommend appropriate charges amendment or withdrawal where legally justified. So they will review the charges, right? Whether or not, okay, is this charge is too much? Is it less? So they do review of charges, right? Handles appeal. Ensure fairness. This is what I'm coming to. Ensure fairness. The DPP role is not simply to secure conviction. Prosecution should be based on sufficient evidence and conducted fairly. Now, this right here is what we call an alibi. What is an alibi? I will read again. An alibi in law means that a person was somewhere else when a crime was committed and therefore could not have committed that crime. So this right here is an alibi for Ahmed Tajuddin. This is his alibi to say, well, when this whole thing was happening, I was not around. So therefore, it is not me that committed this crime, right? Now, they now submitted everything to DPP. Do you know what DPP did? DPP removed this. This is an alibi. In the file, DPP removed this part. This is the only part that would have helped Ahmed in this whole case. You know why this was removed? They removed this for one reason. Because if this is there, a judge will look at it and say, come, no, if this person is not around when this thing happened, therefore we cannot charge him with murder. We can only charge conspiracy. If he's not around, it's not murder. It is conspiracy. So the reason why they removed it is so that they can establish murder, then it will not be granted bail. Because now we are talking about a capital offense. Because murder is a capital offense. We are now talking about a capital offense now. So therefore, for a capital offense, they're not going to give you bail. You cannot be granted bail. So because they don't want to grant him bail, because they all know what they are doing, they remove this alibi. Nigeria. DPP, you investigated the case. They gave you everything. This is the only part that would have exonerated this man. This is the part that says this man is not around. What you should be investigating is conspiracy. The main thing you should be investigating is those people that claim that Ahmed gave them money. Then you look for the establishment. You establish the relationship between these people. I don't know if you understand. That's what you should investigate. This so-called body that nobody knows about is supposed to be investigated. By now, they would have arrested body, because it is alleged that Bode, those people that went to go and unalive Sheriff Salami, they said it was Bode that contacted them. The first person said Bode, the other person said Kenny. They asked, okay, where is this Kenny? He said, Kenny don't die. They say, where is the Bode? They say, Bode is in Germany. Bode's phone number, none. These people, them and Bode, they've been in contact. Bode must have called them on the phone. You get the phone number. You go and check the NIN. It will give you the person's face. Shout out to Buhari. Because there are a lot of things that Buhari did when it comes to securing a lot of things. Security and tracking. All these BVN and co. Was it Buhari that did it? I think so. All this BVN. NIN. You must connect your line with your NIN. So didn't this body contact these people to get the number? So you could have tracked body, put his face out there, declare him wanted, extradite him from Germany to Nigeria. But because this body did not exist, and you people want to pin this guy by all means, and this is also an evidence that they want to pin him. DPP. So this is an obvious conspiracy. This is an obvious conspiracy to make this guy take a fall for murder that is possibly, that he may likely be innocent of. Can you just imagine somebody's alibi? So tomorrow now, they take you to court. You have an evidence that you did not do anything. Maybe there's an alibi, one evidence that exonerates you of that case. The DPP that is trusted to double check this evidence, to advise and say, no, this is injustice. It's the same DPP that removed an alibi of somebody. The DPP of Lagos, Ademola Harun. Ademola Harun, have you checked what is going on? Maybe you leave it for your boys. So let's say you left it for somebody else to do. Sir, please, go and check this. This is an alibi. This part, it scares me. Bro, there's nobody that cannot be set up in this country at this point. They will finish people. If you start getting influential, they will finish you. Nigerians, you don't know how important this case is. This case is not a joke. That the members of the Nigerian police force conspired with persons to pin murder on another person. And this person is not even around. And they still charged for murder. And they painted a narrative that this guy was in the country. Meanwhile, this guy was never in the country. Therefore, this alibi was taken out. They make me one day emotional. And it's not a joke. Bro, this country is messed up. This country is messed up. This country is messed up. They need to recall this case file. So the Inspector General of Police need to bring back this case. They need to start investigation again. These charges need to be reviewed. This case needs to be revisited. I'm still waiting for the panel. I've not seen them in the panel. I have all the evidence. I have the case. I have this investigation report from the suspect, everything. For those of you that are wondering how I got it, it's simple. These are the certified true copy. You can ask for that for any case. You can go and collect the CTC of any case. It's a public document to know about the case. This is how journalists are able to write about the case, because they go and get. It's nothing special. DPP go there, they will give you. It's a public document. So don't bother yourself thinking it's one stress. You too, you can go tomorrow, go and check it. Review the case file. The Inspector General of Police should call this case back. Investigation was done wrong, and the DPP, Attorney General of Lagos State, Dr. Lawal Pedro, SAN, you have to recall this case. You have to. How do you take out an alibi? How do you take out an alibi from a murder case because you want to make sure you charge the person for murder? You want to make sure that person rots in jail. Oh, Nigeria.